One of the questions we get from people online a lot is, do they have any suggestions as they embark on their Kickstarter campaign? And we always give them our advice, but then we wanted to ask other creators and other developers what Kickstarter advice they would give. And here's what they said.
Kickstarters are about communities, and it's about communication. And if you prioritize doing one thing, it's having a plan to talk to the people that are coming and backing your campaign, and understanding that you are a touch point for them. You are bringing them along on a journey. And that's really exciting. It's exciting for us to bring games to life. And those Kickstarter campaigns literally wouldn't exist without people coming to join that journey as well.
The success of any crowdfunding campaign really has everything to do with the amount of work you put into it ahead of it, not the amount of work you do during it, right? It's all about the pre-work. It's the pre-marketing. It's the communication. It's making people aware that your thing even exists. You know, one thing I tell designers who really want their games to get published by someone is the best thing you can ever do for your game is to talk about it. Talk about why you made it. Talk about what it means to you. Talk about what your favorite parts of it are. Because at the end of the day, somebody has to love a thing for a thing to become a reality. Yeah. If somebody doesn't love it, it's never gonna see the light of day. Because we're all emotional creatures and we focus on the things that we feel we can actually accomplish and things that we like.
And you kind of know, right? Like you hear it in their voice, you're like, man, they really love it.
And that enthusiasm is so, it's so infectious, right? It buoys a project when everyone's in the doldrums, right? So I would say for anybody who wants to take their game or their creation to something like Kickstarter or GameFound or another crowdfunding platform is to really think through, okay, how do I get more people to know that it exists and to see the special part of it that I see?
Build a fan base and get out and demo the game. I mean, people have to know you exist. The world is not easy in that way. I mean, even people, when we had a successful Kickstarter, we've been to Gen Con 3 times. This is our first booth. But most of the people that have come up to the booth today don't know who we are. So, you know, you really want to get out in front of people and start a brand and really show them the game, because obviously you made the game, you know it, they probably don't.
If you're going to do this, if you're going to go on this journey, you have to put the time aside to actually really do it. It is time consuming. And so you do have to sometimes make some sacrifices about, whether or not you have the time to go out with your friends or do this and that. You're going to have to put in the time because if you don't put the time in, you're not going to be able to, really get anywhere. And then also just reach out to people, ask questions, get insight from people, lean on other people who have been through this before. Everybody in the community is so kind, is so helpful, so nice. We talk to so many people on Facebook or Instagram or through email at these cons, just getting the advice from them. So lean on people, ask for help, ask questions. No question is stupid. No question is silly. Just lean on those people, ask those people, and put yourself out there. Be vulnerable. You're doing this thing. You're going to get some feedback, some criticism, but you have to put yourself out there to hear that so you can continue moving forward and grow.
Connect with your audience first and understand what they find to be fun. And instead of trying to sell them your game, tell them the story of why you made it, and actually try and connect with players as opposed to just try and sell them a game.
People don't come to Kickstarter or find your game. You have to bring people to Kickstarter.
So the two things I would say, get out and find people to talk to about it, especially people who have done it, and say, well, what about this? Well, what about that? But also, there are things you need to trust your gut on, because everyone's got plenty of advice for you. I'm sure you know. And so it's a balance of those two.
If you get good early feedback from your game, from the community that you demo to, which I definitely recommend that, go to unpub events, go to prototype events where you can demo your game, join local groups. Get feedback on your game early, because this game changed. Although the physics mechanic hasn't changed from the beginning, everything else about the game has evolved and improved.
And that was based on playtesting that you did with people?
Yeah. So everything has evolved to the point that we have today. And also, don't give up. We weren't successful in our first Kickstarter because we just weren't big enough and didn't have the marketing muscle. We got enough buzz in the beginning of the first Kickstarter to then carry that through to the second one, which was funded.
That's a lot of great advice from some awesome developers, and we hope that it's helpful for anyone about to start their own Kickstarter campaign. If you're enjoying our content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, I'm Kenny, Lee's behind the camera. We'll see you then.